How's it going, everyone? Welcome to a brand new episode of Crypto Clout. I'm your host, FaZe Crypto, and today we are going to be talking about what has been termed the Ethereum killer itself, Cardano ADA, and looking at some of these different articles definitely does bring a glimmer of hope to a lot of the Cardano fan base, I'm sure. Now the Cardano community is probably one of the strongest cryptocurrency communities out there, and this video is going to be pretty exciting. I mean, we're going to be talking about Emergo, now of course Cardano blockchain, in the development of Emergo set for release. All very exciting things. I'm sure plenty of people on the edge of your seat. Emergo, the commercial arm of Cardano, the first third generation blockchain to evolve out of research first driven approach. So I mean, I think this article, this quote right here. Now I'm excited to see that Emergo is developed, and it's such a useful and innovative process for the Cardano community. And of course, this is an interesting quote coming from Charles Hodgkinson. And of course, where we're going to be seeing these things develop, blockchain or all these different variables certainly coming together at a pretty interesting time in the overall context of the development of these technologies. I think we need to take into consideration we had Bitcoin, which was essentially the introduction, or digital gold, essentially, to throw that term around. As much as I hate doing so, and then Ethereum pretty much revolutionizing on that concept. To give you an idea, a much broader picture of what that looks like. It comes in the form of smart contracts. It comes in the form of a lot of this things coming from that technical analytical basis, which is so much of what has been making Cardano possible. Of course, I think that it's also something that I always like to remind myself when it comes to Cardano is involving this fact that we really can't ignore, which is the fact that they really are laying down their foundation first, getting a lot of these different boxes checked off, which are really going to be pretty essential as far as Cardano's biggest obstacles that lie ahead. I think are leagues away from the things that a lot of cryptos that were pretty much fast to be put out there. A lot of other cryptocurrencies tend to just be in a race to get anything in the system, in the ecosystem. But of course, Cardano, the fact that they've been taking their time might be subject to some criticism, but I think that what we need to take into consideration now is that story of the tortoise and the hare, and of course, slow and steady wins the race, and I think that's a sentiment that definitely goes well for Cardano. So we've got a Chinese company lost 23 million. Allegedly mining cryptocurrency. Of course, cryptocurrency bear market waning. Going through accumulation phase, says report. Bitcoin bear market forces Korea's fifth largest crypto exchange to close. Facebook's biggest on-ramp ever for Bitcoin adoption. With a question mark. And now, of course, this definitely brings me to a valid point that's important to touch upon. Really essential, connected at the hip to how we're going to be seeing cryptocurrency and blockchain adoption, which of course does come right up in conversation when we're talking about projects like Facebook and of course Twitter and all these different companies, which certainly are remnants of old era of the internet, which of course are something to be brought up, especially with blockchain and all these things. It's really the greatest advertisement for blockchain and all these different things. More peer-to-peer vision about the internet and all these different things. So I mean, just to greater expansion on this point would involve talking about such quotes as Bitcoin is exciting because it shows how cheap it can be. Bitcoin is better than currency, and that you don't have to be physically in the same place. And of course, for large transactions, currency can get pretty inconvenient. And of course, I think that this is a sentiment that a lot of people can mesh with and really understand, to a larger extent. I think that this definitely does apply to a broader sense, about what the next generation of the internet actually means. How we're going to be seeing a lot of these different things emerging. And of course, this does tie in with Ripple, Apple and Google, all these things. There really aren't many exceptions, when you're talking about something that's as large, and in charge of something, something that could be blooming, on that front doorstep. Which is why, it's always interesting to talk about, future millionaires, wealth that will be accumulated by this generation. A lot of the various different young people who are in their early 20s and all these different things who are paying attention to cryptocurrency now. Will definitely be looking back on this time fondly, I'd imagine, especially with all the different areas that cryptocurrency and blockchain, and of course the internet in and of itself, in the next phases of these developments, where it stands to actually go, be, and expand from those points moving forward, withstanding. So to a larger extent, these things do have a lot of relevance, in that same category. But looking forward to stuff like Shelley, and of course a lot of these different things. I think April will be a pretty interesting time, but of course we've got to talk about how XRP is going to be playing into adoption, and of course adoption is now bound to spread a bit more. As Ripple supported startup called XRPL Labs has started a new mobile app, created specifically to help traders and vendors accept XRP. Now, of course, I know XRP sort of is a dirty word to bring up in the cryptocurrency space at this time. With really. But it's something I think people just need to grow up and understand. XRP is here, just as much as any other cryptocurrency. We're going to have to deal with it. And of course, for people out there who can get their feelings aside, and put them to the side and essentially realize, I take the perspective that if I can make money off of it, I'm happy about it. And I don't really try to think of it too much further into that aspect. But it's not XRP is not my favorite by any extent. Of course, Cardano is probably one of my favorite cryptocurrencies because it definitely does have that forward thinking vision of what things actually could look like. A true vision of the decentralized future of all these different aspects of society that people are always giving a claim to various aspects of cryptocurrency that of course goes without saying. But all that being said, I hope that you guys connect with us on our Twitter. That's at CryptoTuber. Always interested in hearing what you guys have to say. Hearing your feedback and staying in connection with the audience and all these different things are always important to bring up in all these different areas. But now, of course, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It's been pretty exciting to talk about Cardano. I know you could probably hear the excitement in my voice. Talking about these things, it is really exciting. I'm pretty passionate about the whole cryptocurrency sphere, and I'm optimistic, looking forward to seeing where these things are going to go. And I think it's important to bear in mind that we are very early in the game when it comes to cryptocurrency in general. And of course, all these different stages of adoption are going to take time. Now, nobody's saying that we're going to get there overnight, but I think that it's a slow crawl, to a certain extent. You have to crawl before you walk, in this space. But I think it gives all of us time to accumulate, and I think there'll be a lot of whales, a lot of unsuspecting people who are able to, accumulate and really benefit when, these things inevitably take off. But all that being said, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Make sure that you comment down below and let us know what you think about Cardano. Of course, this video is just for entertainment, educational purposes only. Remember, I'm not your dad. This video is not for financial advice or anything like that, of course. This is all just my opinion. So, of course, remember to make your own opinion, do your own due diligence, of course. But all that being said, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.